Yep, it says recording.
All right, we are on. Well, welcome to tonight's presentation. Hopefully you'll enjoy this and you'll learn something new tonight. And if you have any questions at the end, feel free to ask away. If not, you need to email me. My direct email is in this presentation. It will be at the beginning and at the end, or you can always reach out to Cedardale directly and or call Cedardale's main number and they will get in touch with me. So if any questions, let me know. And I am going to share my screen now with you guys. So hang tight here. And we're gonna go to the beginning. And sorry guys. Share screen. There we go. Can you see that?
Okay. Yeah, your face. Yeah, your face is kind of cut off.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, now I see it's fine.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Everybody, that's Mom. So thanks, Mom, for the feedback. Okay, so tonight's presentation is about how regular exercise helps the body, mind, and soul. My name is Kelli Mokeler. I'm the fitness director for Cedardale Health and Fitness. So welcome to tonight's presentation. So tonight's objectives that we're going to cover are the benefits of exercise on your body, mind, and soul. Secondly, how you can make exercise part of your regular routine. And thirdly, the physical activity guidelines for Americans from the Department of Health and Human Services. So this image that's right here is basically all the benefits of exercise, and we're going to go over them one at a time in the following screens. So I first want to start off with the positive effects of exercise on the body. So your body gets healthier and stronger with exercise. Your body, basically, you get reduced risk of hypertension, which is blood pressure, the less chance of stroke, certain types of cancers, diabetes, and heart disease. Those are all positive effects of lowering that happens from exercise. Another great positive effect is that you're lowering your resting heart rate and more energy. Exercise also helps burn more calories, resulting in weight loss. And you can get more defined in tone with it as well. So there's, your physical appearance. It can also improve your physical, like I just said, appearance and boost your self-esteem, because when you feel like you look better, usually you feel a whole lot better. And also promotes great sleep habits. So those are the things that the exercise affects just in general on the body. So it's a positive effect that people probably don't think of in those terms. They think of maybe it's good for your heart, but we always say to some of our clients, how are you sleeping since you started exercise? And most people say, oh, I sleep great now. And it's basically because your body's tired. When you go to sleep at night, it feels like it has to recover, which promotes very good sleep patterns. So there are some benefits of exercise on your mental health. So this quick slide here, what's been determined is your increased well-being. So you've got a better attitude about things. It improves your brain power. So it stimulates just even your thought process, and increase your confidence, because if you're looking better, you're going to feel better. Again, improve sleep, which is on your mental, because your brain's going to be probably a little bit tired or maybe more relaxed because it's been used, that it's going to actually be able to rest for the evening. Increase self-esteem. You're going to feel really good about yourself. So you're on your mental well-being every day. You're going to feel positive, and you're not going to, question yourself as much. You're going to feel really good about the things you're doing. Maybe reduced anxiety. So right now with this whole COVID-19 thing going on, you're probably going to feel really good about if you can get out and get moving, and maybe your anxiety levels won't be high. It's going to keep you maybe an hour or two away from the TV for watching what's going on, which can make us all a little bit more anxious. So You know, that's a great benefit of what happens when we do exercise. Your increased mood, we talk about endorphins that get released, so your mood's going to be better. Hopefully it reduces your thoughts of depression or feeling like really sad or the fact of being stuck. So hopefully it's a positive, it's something you can do to help yourself. People always talk about you know, again, I'll use the word stuck, and the more you can do to unstick yourself, or, you know, you keep moving forward, the better you're going to feel every day, and you're going to feel motivated, and you're going to feel like you're moving forward with everything that's standing still right now. Increased energy levels. You're actually going to have more energy. People always talk about, oh, I'm so tired when I first start working out, but you actually don't realize that you'll get more energy when you work out. So you can do the housework, you can do all those extra things around the chores or the things you don't feel like positive about doing. You'd be surprised. You start making lists, start checking stuff off, and you're going to want to do more with actually the time we have right now. So it's good. And we usually see a lot of reduced stress levels. So people talk about when we exercise, how we're able to manage our lives better. Things don't affect us as much as they do when we're not exercising. So, you know, when you're able to manage different stressful situations, whether it's work meetings or the stress of this COVID-19 or your kids being home, trying to do homeschooling or trying to get even your groceries, all these things are new experiences that we're dealing with that using exercise to help manage all these new areas in our lives, it can really be a positive effect. Okay, so our next screen is, we talk about the soul. So I looked it up and was thinking about how can we relate to the soul, either our spirit or our emotional, of what we each of us is different. So one of the things, I saw the slide and I thought, oh, this is a great example of how, like, even the emotional reasons to exercise, again, increase confidence and sense of accomplishment. Who doesn't feel good when we check something off our list every day, or even feeling like, oh geez, I don't know if I can do 30 minutes of working out, and you do 30 minutes, you're like, wow, I didn't realize that I could do it. So it gives you a sense of being like that you were able to do something for the day. And again, at that moving forward, your goal setting, you're making a positive impact on your life. You know, it gives you a clear mind and enhanced focus. So again, emotionally, you're feeling very clear. You're not as cloudy as you might have been feeling through all this staying at home and not knowing what to do, or not feeling like you can even begin to start to know what to do. So hopefully when you exercise, it clears your mind and you say, okay, today's Monday. You know, normally I would pay bills on Monday, so I'm going to keep doing that. Or today is Friday and I'm going to place my food shopping order because that's what I normally do on Fridays. So hopefully exercise can help you feel a little bit more scheduled and clear your mind and get you better focused on your week. It gets you less crankiness and more joy. So as we know, everybody, we're all on top of each other. If we're all home together and we're feeling like, you know, maybe we're getting a little cranky because we're not sleeping as great, or the TV shows are adding up of the news. So hopefully this gives you a break and you feel like, again, those good endorphins and your emotional levels are feeling a little bit more calm and you're feeling a little bit more joy. Again, stress reduction and resilience. Those are two great areas that come from exercise. I don't think people realize that. Again, we always talk about the benefits, the health benefits, meaning, again, our heart conditioning. But if you can reduce your stress level and your resilience to like accomplish things, like feeling like very confident, you're going to feel a whole lot better, and you're going to make this time go by a little bit easier and less damaging on your own self. And lastly, improve self-identity and social connection. So, you know, one of the things, even being at Cedardale, that we used to hear is everybody loved to see each other. So, you know, maybe it's going for walks with people, or and I'm going to get into another slide, FaceTiming with your friends or people you used to work out with before. Those social connections are so important to how we feel about ourselves and our emotional. When we have people around that we love or we, make us feel happy, we don't realize how we're lacking in that emotional connection right now, which is pretty important for us to feel good about ourselves. And your improved self-identity. Again, like if you were working out and it's something you always identified with, all of a sudden it's gone. So like, what am I about? It's a lot of time for us to think about, where we're at and, what do we want? What are our goals in life? So, and hopefully you're thinking, I want to be healthy, especially at this time of what's going on. And so, improving that and saying, okay, I'm going to do something. I want to be a healthy person in this world. I really, want to work on this. So that's another great reason to exercise, because it's an added value to your life. So hopefully, those three areas, meaning your body, your mind, and your soul, you see the positive benefits of exercising. And the next slide. So one of our objectives tonight was how we can incorporate regular exercise to our routines. So this picture is a family. They're out bike riding together. Just saw that it was, everybody thinks of exercise of just doing Zumba classes or weight training, but exercise can also be going out with your family and getting on your bikes. I do know a coworker of mine, they were ordering new bikes over the last week because they're looking at different ways of getting out together and moving their body. So, that was a great picture I found today when I was going through the archives looking for something that showed, how we can make exercise part of our regular routine. Maybe it's after dinner, going for family bike rides on the weekend, or, walks. So basically what I want to state here was, make everyday activities more active. Like even small changes can help. When you go out to get the mail, maybe you go up and down your driveway a few more times. There's nothing wrong. It says just going to the mailbox has to stop there. Maybe you go to the mailbox, you grab your mail, and then you go for a stroll up and down the street. See if, any neighbors are home, or see what's going on. It's going to feel good to get out of the house, and, change of scenery is always good for everybody. When you go food shopping, right now, if you are going out food shopping, it's quite a trek to go. You literally go, you wait in line. There's so many people that can go in the food store at one time, but maybe you park a little bit further away and like you take a longer stroll to get in line, and then going back to your car and then to return your cart. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's great movement for the body. Another point here is be active with family and friends. Having a workout friend may help you enjoy exercise more. Make a plan with family to go for daily walks, meet friends virtually, and perform our workout together. We've just started the Cedardale Strength and Conditioning online, and we're doing live full classes, just like Zumba's doing the virtual classes. And even if you're connecting with people on Zoom before a class starts or during a class, it's that connection that you had before that's going to make it feel like part of your regular routine. It's going to make you feel good about what you're doing. So try to make plans to do that. Maybe keep track of your progress. So, if you're not a list maker, but maybe you're a number junkie and you like to see the progress you're making, whether it was using, 3-pound weights. Mom, I'm going to use you as an example here. And then maybe in a couple of weeks, you use your 5-pound weights. It's a positive outcome from this time. And maybe if you keep a little log of your activity, and you even walking, maybe it was a struggle. You felt a little deconditioned and 30 minutes is tough. Well, maybe in a couple of weeks, you'll be doing 45 minutes. And that's like a huge accomplishment. Be proud of what you've done, because maybe you weren't doing anything before. So take time to log it, and maybe you'll see some great results, and it will be something you can keep going with again. Or maybe, this is another great time to learn about MyZone. It's a system we run at Cedardale, and it's very, I guess it's almost a little bit addicting. I hate to use that word, but it like helps you set goals and stay motivated. And the fact if you like to watch your numbers and see how many calories you burn or what zone or conditioning you get into, whatever it takes to motivate you to stay connected to fitness, I would highly recommend right now. Another thing that I'd recommend is making exercise more fun. Try listening to music or watching TV while exercising. I know a bunch of us have, equipment in our houses. Set it up in front of a TV or look in front of a window so that you can see what's going on, make the time pass. Also, or maybe mix things up a little bit. Like if normally you are a walker, try walk run between the telephone poles, or try doing jumping jacks at every pole just to change it up. Some type of exercise that's different, because you might be getting bored with what you do. Different activities will create different results. So that would just be an example that I would give you guys. Okay. And lastly, what I wanted to talk about was physical activity guidelines. So we talk about the food pyramid. Well, here's some guidelines that we highly recommend that you should be doing as well as an adult. So adults should move more and sit less throughout their day. Some physical activity is better than none. Adults who sit less and do any amount of moderate to vigorous physical activity will gain some health benefits. So what they're basically saying is anything other than sitting is going to be a benefit. You can hear my puppy in the background here, so I apologize. Jesse's trying to get in on the slideshow. Another tidbit that I'd like to add is for substantial health benefits, adults should do at least 150 minutes, which is 2 hours and 30 minutes, to 300 minutes, 5 hours of moderate intensity, or 75 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes, or 150 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes a week of vigorous intensity aerobic physical activity. So I know that was a mouthful. What I would like to tell you is look to the right here. In this diagram, what I want to show you what moderate physical activity is. It can be walking. It can be gardening. Think of standing up and down. It can be hiking. A lot of people are going on hikes right now with their family and friends. It can be dancing. Put some music on. Enjoy, a few different dance moves with some, maybe virtually, some cycling with your family and friends, active recreation. So kick the soccer ball around in your yard, or grab a basketball, shoot some hoops if you have that, if you have the ability. Swimming, it's a little bit early for that, or maybe you're going to start to open your outdoor pools if they're heated. I know a couple of my clients have that, and they're thinking about getting their pools going early this year. So all that stuff counts for moderate physical activity. It's pretty important to keep all different activity going throughout the week. So basically they prefer aerobic activity should be spread throughout the week. So basically what they don't want you to do is 150 minutes in one day. Let's spread it out so that you can handle it and you don't get hurt especially if this is new to you. Another point is adults should also do muscle strengthening activities of moderate to greater intensity for all major muscle groups, 2 or more days per week. These activities provide additional health benefits. So they basically have stated that even strength training should be done on top of some aerobic activity. We should also be doing training for our muscle groups and major muscle groups. And again, I think if you were here last week in my presentation, we talked about maybe doing strength training 2 to 3 times a week and doing some cardio aerobic training, the other 3, even 4 days a week, whatever it is, and usually break it up from day to day. So if you were going to do strength training on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then do your cardio or aerobic conditioning on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and maybe use Sunday as a rest day. That would be what I advise, or make sure you're doing some, nice recovery days. And maybe you consider walking a recovery day, whatever it may be. But again, these are standard guidelines that we should be doing, especially during this time of being less, and we're more sedentary right now, less movement. We should really make these some priorities for keeping our health health up and making sure that we are staying as healthy and as fit as we can right now during this time. So I just want to thank you all today for coming to this presentation. Tonight will be the last fitness talk. We are going to move to some social media platforms, giving little tidbits. So what's going to be coming will be some fitness and wellness motivation, some techniques and tips, and we're going to use this different Cedardale social media platforms. So that'll be Instagram and Facebook. So keep checking in, or if we're in your feeds, look to see, or if you have any ideas, anything you want to learn about, shoot me an email. Happy to do some more research or whatever we'll like to learn about. But until then, hopefully it'll be starting next week. Just follow along and hopefully we can educate you and you can learn something new. So thanks again for coming tonight, and stay well, stay safe. And I'm going to open it up now for anybody that wants to have any questions. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen and we'll see if anybody wants to jump in with a question or two. Hold on just 1 second.
Hey, Kel, did you mention something about 300 minutes of exercise?
Yeah. Minutes, not hours.
Oh, minutes. Okay.
Yeah, minutes.
Right.
Yeah, which I think actually means like 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, and that's a week. That's not a day.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's what they recommend. So.
Yeah. I enjoyed the presentation. It was nice you tend to forget all the benefits of exercise and whatever. And like you say, it doesn't have to be, on the treadmill every day, or be going out with family, or, just things you enjoy.
Yeah, I think that what I personally feel from exercising is just this whole sense of relief, or like this, I feel a lot lighter. Emotionally, physically, mentally, I'm able to sleep better. I'm able to usually listen better, think through things a little bit easier. And when I don't, I really feel like, all the stuff that's happening on TV right now can really put you into a little tizzy by, it's the same, repeating the same thing over and over again. So if you can
It's kind of clears the brain.
Yeah, if you can stop that for a good hour and realize that there's a lot of positive things in this world that we should be thankful for, it just puts you in a good mindset and makes you feel pretty good about yourself. So, and it's also something you're doing for yourself instead of sitting home, dwelling on this time that's not passing quick enough. So anyways, so that's that. Any other questions, Mom?
No, I think
you're going to be moving this week.
I will be. I've started moving last week, so I'll move again this week.
Excellent.
All right.
All right, guys. And hopefully you check me out on social media. If you don't have Facebook, Instagram, check us out. Make sure you get it. Try to stay active. It's not always, it's social media, and it is not always great either. There's a lot going on that, but if you can get some tidbits and not spend hours on it, it's definitely a benefit, and you may learn something new. So check us out.
Okay. Well, thank you. Nighty-night.
Guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.